There's hope for my city. We are the chosen ones. We are the light, reflecting His only Son.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Pastor G. Welcome to our Hope for My City podcast. I am so excited to be able to kick this off. You know, this is our first podcast, and there will be a co host that I will announce here really soon that will be joining me. And we also will have different leaders from the community that are like minded, that also want to bring hope to this city. We will have solution based conversations. There won't be a tit for a tat type of, or this won't be a tit for a tat type of podcast. Those exist and they serve their purpose. Here, we're looking to bring exactly what I said, just folks that are convinced that we need to make a difference in our city, and we can have some solution-based conversations that will be helpful, that will bring some healthy things to the table in terms of moving forward, despite the struggles going on inside of us or around us. We will, as we collaborate here in this city, we will be able to just all puzzle in and really, truly make a difference. And we will have a platform to be able to share the good news, to be able to share the good news of us coming together, the bridge building efforts that we will partake in and have been partaking in, but we'll be able to have a collaborative effort that will be displayed through our Hope for My City podcast, not just here locally where I'm at, but also across the state that I'm in and across the nation. So we're here in Texas. So we will continue to do this and build momentum. I am so grateful for the opportunity to be able to help lead this effort. You know, God has puzzled in so many folks. We have been dreaming and praying about this for such a long time. And now, because of everyone coming together, this is made possible. So, man, I am just so excited. I got to tell you, because it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a long time to get to this place right now, to be able to be before you, and it's because of God's grace, His love, and His mercy, and His peace that He offers. That's a part of the purpose He has, not only for my life, but for y'all's life and everyone that's a part of this. This is a movement of sorts, and we we are all excited from across the state and even nation, even now, as we've been in communication with different folks that are behind us to make this possible. So let's talk about why Hope for My City podcast. Let's start there. You know, for me, as a person who has not done too good the first half of my life, meaning that I was a troubled individual. I was hurt, I was broken, and I did a lot of hurtful things and broke a lot of things, being broken myself. I entered into a relationship with God, in the late 90s, and it changed my life forever. And before that, I was just a knucklehead and, doing a lot of things that were unhealthy and were not too good for myself, for my family, or even the community that I lived in. So I've done my share of things that contributed um, unhealthiness and just bad stuff to the city. Okay, but since then, I've been able to contribute and do a lot of great things on behalf of God, because of God, to help my city that I've lived in and been here all my life, here in Waco, Texas. And God has done crazy miracles in and through me and others around me, and as people have poured into my life, has encouraged me, I've taken that has been from God and given it to others, and it's been messy. It hasn't been uh, a perfect thing. Nothing is. No one is. but we have a God that helps us through our imperfections to be able to bring hope, receive hope, first of all, and then give hope to others. And, as I have been on this journey since 98, getting, fresh out the federal penitentiary, for me, I was incarcerated, for machine gun possession, and I was really in trouble, doing a lot of things, and got into a relationship with God, and all these years now, since '98, I've been living for God, and you know that's been a blessing, and great things have happened. But you know, when I said yes to God, I, you know, had to immediately love other people because I received His love, God's love, and I didn't understand how He could love somebody like me who was hateful, violent. I was just hurt. So all I could offer other people was hurt. But when I embraced His love, oh my gosh, it set me on fire. Yeah, it sent me in a whole nother direction where I used to provide um, hate and hurt and violence to now giving people the peace that God's given me, the hope He's given me, and all the things He gives me to then give it to other people. And I've been able to love other people, even people I hated, people I despised, people that I really meant harm to them and wanted to see them harmed. All that has changed because God renewed my mind and my heart. I can't explain it. I just know that is what has happened. I am a witness of that. I have experienced that, and it has been one of the hardest things I've ever done, but one of the most fulfilling things that I've ever done. So I had to start off when I said yes to God is to say yes then to loving other people with His love, and that meant my enemies that I considered my enemies at the time, to love them. Um, oh my goodness, just love everyone, and um, that's that's not you're not able to do that if you don't have love, if you don't hug on to the love. And so God loved the hell up out of me, and in return, I just love other people. I give them what's been given to me. Before, it was the opposite, obviously. So that meant as soon as I said yes to God, I didn't have the luxury to one day apply it. I had to apply it immediately because I was born and raised in this city that I am from, and still live here. So I would always see all these different people, and I had to be a peacemaker, bring peace where they knew me not to be one. And it's okay. I had to work through that. Well, all these years I've been doing this, and then I used to have a bias, even prejudices of against other people, uh, of all sorts, because I used to think that my last name was it. I used to think that the side of town I'm from is it. I used to think that the type of people that I grew up around, like we were it. And you keep going with it. It was I was horrible with all that. I'm being honest and acknowledging that, and God dealt with me way back then on how I see people. First of all, I devalued my own life, so I devalued others' lives as well, and I didn't see myself as worth anything. So I didn't see you or anyone else as worth anything, no matter what type of person you were, or if you were the opposite of me in terms of how you grew up or whatever. Socioeconomic statuses meant something to me. If you didn't grow up the way I grew up financially, with less fortunate, then I can relate to you, and I used to look at you. I mean, you keep going. That's how it was. But God challenged me and used me to then love. First of all, He loved the unlovable, which was me, and I embraced it, and I've been able to love others that uh, I never thought I would be able to love and even care about. Right? I care about my life now, so I care about others. I didn't care about other people's life because I didn't care about my own life. You see what I'm saying? And so God has done that transformation in my heart, in my mind, and His good night has affected my soul in a great way. So I've been having to be consistent in taking that energy everywhere I go. It don't matter what people have done to me, what they've said about me. It's been hard. Oh my goodness, let me tell you. This is not easy. However, it's been necessary to do what God has called me to do and to be consistent with it and to make sure I have accountability in my life to make sure I'm doing that which God has called me to do. So this has been my journey. I bring all that up because I really had a lot of hate in my life. I really meant bad for people at one time. And I'm done with all that ever since 98. And here I am still. I feel the same way. It hasn't gone away. In fact, it's intensified. And I've been able to get better at loving other people. But it's the love of God that has, you know, taken out all the darkness and all that, to just be better. I'm not perfect. I still got issues, obviously, that I'm working through. But man, I'm at a better place, and better is better. I was at a bitter place. And so that's the whole, you know, idea of being blessed, right? You'll hear me say this. Uh, Jesus has a famous sermon. It's called the Sermon on the Mount. And, he was on his hill preaching, and he says, blessed are those who, called the Beatitudes. And one of the ones, Matthew 5:9 says, blessed are those who are peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. And man, that is the whole premise for all this, is being a peacemaker. I used to not be a peacemaker. I am now. And it's because of God, right? And so here we are, launching this podcast, and there are others that feel the same way on how can we all be peacemakers. And that's even bringing the peace across the bridge to the other side that normally wouldn't be a peaceful deal, but it is now. Why? Because we're bringing the crossover. And that's it. Like-minded people that understand those values and principles of needing to come together. Even folks from the city and others, they may not be from the same faith, but do have faith, and that understand that as humans, man, we need to be able to, not burn bridges, but have a bridge to where we can come together and say we disagree about things, but it's okay. Those things divide us. What are the things that unite us? Do we agree that we need to bring peace in our city, in our homes and the streets and all that? Well, then, boom, let's chop it up. Let's talk about it. Let's make a difference. Let's be the good news. And that's the nuts and bolts of what this whole idea of Hope for My City, bringing hope for my city that I live in, and me being a part of the solution. We're not finger pointing over here on this podcast. What we are is bringing a hand out and saying, here's what we're going to do. Here's some tangible. Here's some steps that we're going to make, have made, and will continue to make to bring peace in our city that we live in. If you're tired of just all the hurt, brokenness, if you're tired of all the violence, and this will be a place that you can come to be encouraged, to be given some solutions, some ideas to where you can collaborate with people in your city or in this city if you're in here in Waco, Texas, as we are, but Central Texas or across Texas or around the nation or wherever you find yourself, we will have some tools that we will create here with this platform to help you, to aid you in those efforts, because it does get lonely when you're out here being a bridge builder and trying to bring peace. And, there's a lot of havoc going on in and around us where people may make fun of the peace. They may not get the peace, want the peace, or maybe they do want it, but they don't know how to get it or even what to do with it. So we're going to talk about all those different things here at Hope for My City podcast. So tune in, subscribe, as we have some things in the future coming up here real soon. You'll meet the co-host that's going to be with me. You'll meet the folks that we will be interviewing from the city here. We'll have city officials. We'll have city leaders. that'll be on here with me, and we will bring in some different perspectives that bring collaborative efforts to be the good news, that are solution based conversations. Um, Again, there are a lot of other platforms that do you know, similar different things, or to bring up some issues, and I think those platforms are great, and they're put together for those purposes. But here at Hope for My City, we're looking for the like-minded folks that are out there already leading and doing these things, but maybe not in a way where we can puzzle in and make a bigger difference, you know. And there's power. There's more power in unity, and when we come together, not be in silos, be alone doing things, but when we come together to do things, oh my goodness, man, what a beautiful picture that's going to be as we puzzle in, not only here locally, but nationwide, statewide. I mean, it's going to be really neat. We already have, you know, people across the states that are behind us, that are with us, and so excited. Welcome to all of you who are listening, to who want to be a part of this. Subscribe, make a comment if you would, on if you feel like this is something that, you know, God has been working with you in your heart about, then would you make a comment? That'd be great. You know, like, share, you know, all of those things, they really help get the word out. And this is a way that you can help us with our efforts. You know, tell everybody about it. Hope for My City podcast. We are going to have giveaways. We're going to have live the live interviews, but we're going to have where people can call in and ask questions at times. We got a lot of things going on that we'll describe here later. But right now, I just wanted to make this first introduction to Hope for My City, and the kind of the method uh, behind the madness, or the reason why we're doing this and we're looking to do this. So tune in. I will tell you this. Our first guest is going to be the chief of our city here in Waco, and so I'm very excited. Chief Cheryl Victorian, a good friend of mine, and she's going to be on here, and we're gonna be talking about relational policing. So you don't want to miss that. All right, I will announce at the next our next podcast. You'll meet the co-host on who that's going to be. So tune in, be ready for it. Share this on all the different platforms that you may be on, or social media platforms that you may be on. And God bless you. And I hope that this brings some encouragement to you. You are not alone. We will come together, and we will give a healthy narrative that brings folks together. That's it. Check this out. Watch this. Here it is. Blessed are the peacemakers. Ooh. Why? Why blessed? We're blessed if we are peacemakers. I want to be blessed. You want to be blessed? Man, I sure do. Check this out. For they shall be called the children of God. Ooh, man, I'm a child of God, man, and the proof is in the pudding for me. And my faith is if I want to be blessed, then I need to be a peacemaker, right? For me, and what does that mean? That means that then I can be looked at as a child of God. Why? Oh yeah, he's a peacemaker. He's bringing that peace out, man. And of course, that comes from Matthew 5:9. Take that. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Woo! I mean, that's Pastor G right there. You hear what he said? Matthew 5:9. Say it again one more time. What is it? Matthew 5:9. Well, Sue. Hey, listen, Matthew 5:9, man. Don't forget it. Listen, this is the whole reason why we come together to be peacemakers. Maybe for you, you know, the reason ain't, you know, scriptural for you. Maybe it ain't, you know, with God or anything at the moment. Maybe it's because you're a family member. Maybe something happened to someone in your family or to you or in your city, and it's caused you to really want to make a difference. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this. Whoever you are out there, whatever your walk is in this life, whatever your belief is, hey, listen, I think as long as we can come together and make a difference, that is part of the solution. The more we come together and actually do good things, be the good news out here in the city that we live in, or wherever you live in, we have to be active. We have to come together. We have to bring up things that unite us and not the things that divide us. There's so many other platforms that do that, but not here. Let's come together here. Let's talk about some solutions in this city and in the cities that you're in. And so God bless you. We'll talk to you later. Amen.